to National Career Development Month. We are on week 2, and I am just so excited to further coach you through how to strategically make sure your career is future proof. It aligns with our theme for National Career Development Month, which is future proof your career, accelerate through uncertainty. And so, my friends, we are definitely in uncertain times. So, why not now take the time out for you and upskill, or at least take the time out to sit down to see how you can strategically future proof your career journey? So, just to recap from week 1, we learned what future proofing your career actually even means. Of course, it means when we are going through times of an up and down job market, when jobs seem to be very few, when layoffs are happening, all those things, we need to have a strategy on how to make sure that we're good and we can definitely still accelerate through these uncertain times. Okay. And so last week, we paid a lot of attention and took time on how to figure out what skills you are wanting to use or that you know that you're good at, those skills that make you you. You had a task to write those skills down and to say, okay, what skills would I love to see myself do on a regular basis? What skills help me stand out amongst my peers and so forth, right? So that was task 1. Task 2 was to for me to share with you that it's so important to be what T-shaped. T-shaped, meaning it's not good to always be specializing just in one thing. Okay? Don't just specialize in one thing, right? But it's always good to have a depth of knowledge, a depth and a breadth of knowledge, right? A depth and a breadth of knowledge. So go back to week 1, task 1 and task 2 videos and further recap, okay? But today I really want to talk about what we're going to be doing in week 2. Week 2 is so exciting to me because as an entrepreneur, as an entrepreneur, I use my skill sets that I love to use, right? And I impact people and I help people and serve people in a way where they are strategically learning how to elevate in their career journey. Okay. So this week, we're going to be talking about future proofing your career, of course, but a part of that is making sure we are talking about income stability, right? So, the greatest stress, my friends, during like a layoff or a shutdown is the sudden loss of single income source, okay? And so, with career acceleration, that's what we're here for. Career acceleration in any season means treating your skills like assets that can be diversified, okay? Diversified. That is exactly what we want. And so I want to share with you the diversification formula. And yes, I'm reading from my notes because I really want this to be super clear to you, okay? Super clear. All right, so the diversification formula, what is it? First and foremost, you're going to identify your adjacent needs. Identify your adjacent need. So, what is common, small problem your friends or people that's in your network or small businesses have that your T-shaped skills that you identified last week can solve? I'm going to say that again. What is a common small problem your friends or people within your network or small businesses that you have are in your T-shaped category? What is it that you can solve? What's that problem that you can solve? So, for example, can you help someone set up a simple WordPress? Can you help someone figure out like what to put on their website, brainstorming? Can you help somebody articulate their thoughts clearly? Can you help somebody do what? Right? Ask yourself that simple question. What can I help somebody do? And you got to go back to those videos I did last week so you can understand how to really assess the skills that you love to do and the skills that you can see yourself using on a regular basis. Okay. All right. Also, an example of identifying your adjacent need is offer what can you provide fractional? What can you provide fractionally? And if you don't understand what fractional work is basically you being a contractor. It's basically you using your skill sets outside of a regular 9 to 5 job. So basically, you'll be a 1099 contractor doing that fractional work and or the work that okay. I don't do this on a regular basis, but this is a skill. Again, this is a skill that I love to use on a regular basis. So guess what? I'm going to learn how to monetize it, right? Then that is why we're here, my friends. We're going to monetize those skills that we talked about last week, that you identified last week. We're going to monetize those skills, right? And so that's why you got to identify like what that small problem that you can solve for people. All right. So number 2 of the diversification formula is you want to start small, charge smart. Again, start small, charge smart. So in other words, don't quit your day job. And if you don't have a job at this point, keep looking for one. Okay, keep looking for one, but also thinking about how you can diversify the skills that you currently have. How else can I make money outside of my 9 to 5? Point blank period. That is the question that you want to ask yourself. And so you're going to take on one small paid project a month. This is my challenge for you. Once you figure out your skill set, once you figure out the problem that you're going to solve, you want to start small and charge smart. Okay. You're going to take on one small project a month. It's going to be paid. And you want to make sure that you get paid to do these things. Yes, you love to do them. Don't do them for free. Okay. Don't do them for free because obviously that's what we're talking about, skill monetization. So this builds a secondary income, obviously, when you start to charge for the skills that you have identified that you would love to use on a regular basis. And it keeps your skills sharp and marketable outside the employer's ecosystem. Okay. So at this point, my friends, you are creating your own economy. You're using the skill sets, right? That your God-given gifts, the skill sets that you're like, oh yes, I know I can share with somebody on how to do X. I know I could really do this type of project for somebody, right? And I'm saying that because you do know. You do know. And if you don't know, check out my other videos. um but yes, so long story short, where I just share with you, this isn't a get rich quick advice. No, this is not get quick rich at all. But it's about reducing the leverage your employer has over you, right? Reducing the leverage. I got to say that again. Reducing the leverage your primary employer has over your financial security. So, yes, the layoff may happen. Yes, the job loss may happen. Yes, reduction in pay may happen. But with you understanding your skill sets, with you understanding about the skill sets you love to use and could see yourself using on a regular basis, and then monetizing on those skills you love to use on a regular basis, then guess what, my friends? Guess what? You then have a second stream of income, and it could lead to a third stream, fourth stream, fifth stream of income. But the fact is, a part of future proofing your career is becoming more income stable. And a part of that is leveraging your skill sets, leveraging your skill sets that you have developed in the workplace, the skill sets that you may not even use in the workplace, but you're like, I love doing this. So let me see if I could do this outside of the workplace or in my spare time or to make ends meet, right? So that's what we're talking about today. Okay. And so throughout this week, because this is just week 2 of National Career Development Month, what we're going to be doing is talking more about skill monetization, what websites you could go on to showcase your skills, right? What websites you can go on to promote your skill sets. Do you see where I'm going with this? This is to draw people's attention to, yes, hey, I now do this. Hey, I've been doing this, but now I'm doing it to make money, okay? All right, you all, I hope that definitely summed up what we're going to be talking about throughout the week. But I really want you to sit down, ask yourself those questions, right? Ask yourself, what is the small problem that I can solve, right? What is the problem that you can solve for someone else? And when you ask yourself that problem, identify the skills that you're going to be using. Hopefully, those skills align to the skills that you love to use on a regular basis, right? And if they don't, make sure that they do. Make sure that they do. Because one thing I want for you to do is to be happy in what you do, especially if it's outside of the workplace. I want you to be happy doing it, okay, on a regular basis. But if it's inside the workplace, I also want you to be happy doing that too. So that's a whole different conversation, and would love to chat with you all on a one-on-one basis. So my friends, if you know you need some career coaching, if you know you need some extra love and attention, definitely email me at hello@theubrandacademy.com. Actually, no, scratch that. Email me at Crystal, which is Crystal, Crystal at theubrandacademy.com. So the U Brand Academy is the name of this channel. So I shouldn't have to spell that out for you all, but definitely email me at Crystal at theubrandacademy.com, and I will definitely respond and try to help you out to the best of my abilities, use my skill set to elevate your skill set. All right, until next time.